Stream elements. Bill 1949T is now live. Streaming DCS World, My Flight Simming, DCS. Stream elements. Bill 1949T is now live.
Center. Center. Bullets.
Request rearming. Copy. Rearming complete.
Radio. Frames. Full 9 radio check. 49 Spitfire 08 for takeoff.
Roger, Forge.
Yep, copy.
Irish Fatty. Hi.
Irish Fatty. Hello. Now, I'm sure I'd recognise that name if I'd heard it before, but I don't. So I'm guessing you're either new to my stream or it's just the first time you've put something on the chat. But welcome. Just flying around at the moment, not really doing anything. Laxor's just spawned in a, what was it? In a chopper anyway. Oh, it's MI8.
Irish Fatty. I brought some friends.
Oh, jolly nice.
Listen. Woo Irish Fatty raid. Nissan 10 wave Nissan 10
Hello,
wave.
Nissan. You folks fly in DCS? Well, just for a show then, I'll go and beat up some stuff, hopefully. There's a bunch of artillery down there, so a north to south line of artillery, so I'll have a go at that.
Irish Fatty. Bring your game audio down just a tad.
Okay, I won't do that just yet. Hold on.
Irish Fatty. Just so we can hear you better.
Okay, that's fine. What's this like? Because I'm a bit closer to the mic now.
Irish Fatty. Better.
Okay, I'll bring the game sounds down a bit. Stand by.
Irish Fatty. Get some, get some. Steve099. Woohoo.
Woohoo! How many did I get? Let's take a look.
Steve099. Eat some meat.
I didn't get many, did I? It looks like I've only killed one. Very often I can get a whole line of them.
20 foot.
Yep, copy Laxon. So that's Laxon, the designer of the mission, which has got all sorts of stuff in it.
Right, finally in.
Any aircraft.
What seems to be sight.
When I've had a go at these, I'll land and there's some BTRs over to the east of the airfield. There's 7, little circle of 7 of them, and I'll go and have a go at them. Very often I can get all those, and they shoot back at me. Oh, that was a bit dicey. It was a last minute decision to attack that unit because it's firing on our airfield, so I wanna get it. See if any of the others fire.
A Strawboy 1968. Wow, that is a low angle strafe. Mind the ground.
Yeah, oh no, I'm bad like that. Whoa, I just got something. I picked up a hit from the there's a bridge back that way, and you'll see they're firing. There's the they've got infantry down there which are quite dangerous, and there's about 4 BTRs on the bridge. I'll get rid of these first. Hopefully, it looks like there's only 2 left. Hopefully you can still hear me. Oops, sounds like I just ran out of 20s. Hopefully I can get this last one with whatever I've got left, 7.7s. Are you hearing me okay now? I did bring the game sound down a bit.
Steve099. Better yes.
That's good, thank you. Yeah, I've only got 7.7s. This is going to take a few runs to get rid of this one. Assuming that the 7.7s will actually do it.
Steve099. In the dive, bring the power back to give you more time to set up.
Yeah, I tend to put the power on after I've made the
Strawboy
dive.
1968. Are there no bombs on this aircraft?
There can be, but I'm useless with bombs, so I don't load them. I couldn't see him. But I might struggle now to get that last one, but he is firing upon the airfield, so I would like to get him. Now I'm almost at 7.7s. I'm not going to be able to get rid of him, so I'll RTB rearm and possibly repair. I was hit a little bit. .49 RTB.
Roger.
I hope you noticed a difference in the sound there. This is the Echo 19 Spitfire engine sound, it's brilliant. Okay, gear down I think. 49 Spitfire 08 finals.
1968. You have some holes in your wing.
Yeah, I've got a bit of pepper in there. I'll probably get repaired just in case.
Astroboy 1968. Wow, this comes in with a pretty low AOA.
Yeah, well it does when I do it. I'll move off the runway to get rearmed and repaired. So do you guys fly in DCS much?
Steve 099. Oh yeah. More modern stuff though.
Yeah, I think most people prefer the more modern stuff. They like the jets, but not me. I like the Warbirds. I love the Warbirds. I've got some jets, but they just don't do it for me.
F-16, F-18, a 10C-130 Apache F-15.
Yeah, that's probably what most people like, but I'm a bit of an oddbod.
099. Heck yeah, you do you.
Yeah, I just love, and I love the Spitfire. The Spitfire, for me, in reality as well, in real life, is a top aircraft of everything. For me, it's just a beautiful aircraft, and of course, it's not as powerful as the modern stuff.
That's the beauty of this sim.
Yeah, and on this, where we're in at the moment, this server, you can take any old aircraft, really.
099. Something for everyone.
Yeah, yeah, and that applies to this server as well, because Laxor has given the facility. You can come in and you can take an F-18 or you can take an I-16 if you want. You know, they're all there if you want to use them, if you want to take them out. Let me cut my engine and get repaired. And if you use the Spit, I do highly recommend the Echo 19 sound. That's what I'm using, and when you slide the canopy open especially, it's a beautiful sound. Nice and airy, and a slight like phasing effect from the prop wash. Right, let's get I'm using voice attack, so I'm hoping it's going to behave itself. It doesn't always. Repair.
A Strawboy 1968. Do you fly as part of a squadron?
No, not really. We're not that how do you put it? We're not that serious about it, I suppose, is the answer. We fly because we love flying, and we have various little objectives within this mission, and that can be destroying ground units, attacking aircraft, AI aircraft that are escorting bombers, and there's also search and rescue. And just recently, Lexor has been introducing the idea of shooting down an enemy aircraft that has intel. That something with that intel falls off the aircraft, and then we have to fly out and locate it. And that also requires radio directional finding, that sort of stuff. So it's quite good fun, quite different. So we team up in the same aircraft for that. Okay, I'll get repaired before I forget. Bullets. I didn't mean repaired, I meant rearmed. At the moment, voice attack is working okay. I don't know if you guys use that, but it can be a bit like, sometimes it goes into a sulk mode. It doesn't respond to the push to listen, but most of the time it's good. And it means I almost never have to touch my keyboard, which is important to me because I've got issues with like the wrists don't bend, so reaching around to get stuff is awkward. So using voice attack instead is brilliant.
Request rearming. Copy.
Whereabouts do all you guys come from? I'm guessing because of the time of night you're probably in the States or something like that.
Rearming complete.
A Strawboy 1968. Sydney, Australia. 10 a.m. Sunday morning here.
Oh, okay. Well, that's a bit unusual to have people getting online that early in the morning, but that's why I assumed that you were USA. People that fly with us in this server, a lot of them are from USA, and it varies as to what nights they fly. But yeah, a lot of those are from USA. When we start flying, which for some reason has gradually crept round to midnight before we start flying.
Does Sticky
They're
have his
basically
radio
just
on, or is
turning
he on yours?
their computers on. Sorry, say again, Lexor. Say again.
Is Sticky on got his radio on, or on your stream to hear me speak?
I don't know if he's on my stream. I can't say if he's got his radio on. I didn't even realise he was in the server, so I'm not much help on that. I mean, if he was on radio, he would have heard me, and I would have thought he'd have
A
responded.
Strawboy 1968. Does the prop on this aircraft auto trim?
No, I have to set the prop pitch myself. A mistake I made was before I come in, I should have put my prop pitch fully fine, and I forgot. Do you fly the Spitfire at all, sir?
Astroboy 1968. No. Might give it a go. Not sure on using all the steam gauges after a digital cockpit.
Yeah, give it a go. Even if you only like get it on trial, give it a go, and ideally drop into this server, because the Spitfire can be a little bit pernickety, but there was a time when I first got it when I thought, oh, I'm not going to be able to fly this, or at least I'm not going to be able to take off because I was in such a mess. But there are a few little tricks that really make a big difference, and so when people are coming here, actually one of the people that might be here tonight later on is Ghetto Zebras, and I gave him some help on the Spit, and he was flying it a lot quicker than I was, because I was kind of poking hope and not taking enough notice of things like YouTube or whatever, but now I've got the feel of it. It's she's okay. Takeoff is not so quite so, well, no, so takeoff is easier once you've got a few tips. Landing obviously more of an issue, but you just have to be very careful. But yeah, if you wanted to grab a Spit on trial and jump in this server, I'd be really happy to run a couple of things past you. So are you aware that on the Spit, like, there's no toe brakes on the Spit? All we've got is this brake lever here, and that puts braking on whichever wheel is favoured by the rudder position. So that's how you steer on the ground. So as you see, it's not just Spitfires. Okay, I've primed, so I'll crack the throttle and get started. This is one of the extremely rare occasions where I have to actually touch my keyboard.
Is this aircraft getting regular updates to improve it, or has there been very little updates?
I think it's probably gone most of the way. There have been updates, obviously, as it's gone along, but I think it's probably gone most of the way on that now. I don't know if there's much more they need to do to it. If there are any minor things which, you know, when you prioritise, any minor things are going to get sort of left a little bit. But I think it's pretty good, and it's more simplistic, so it probably needs less in the way of checking and updating than say an F-16 might want. I've got the F-16. I find it a bit boring, and of course it's got all these wonderful armaments and stuff like that, but for heaven's sake, I don't even have to adjust my flaps. It does it all for me. No, I want to fly the aircraft, and that's what the Spitfire, etc. That's what the Warbirds want of you. They want you to fly them. Okay, so let's get started. I set my trim, so on this aircraft I'm going to give it, a lot of people like to have one division of nose down. I'm finding that for me it works really nicely with level nose trim. And then I give it, as is normal, I give it a full right rudder trim. Not sure if I cut myself off then. Yeah, full right rudder trim, nose down, no flaps for takeoff, and then I think I'm ready to go. So let's make sure there's no one around. Okay, looks good. So I'll move on to the runway, and as you'll see, no toe brakes. So it's a case of rudder and brake. And I'll make ready to take off. I have to remember the thing about a Spit to remember is there's a famous quote that She's a lady in the air, but she's a bitch on the ground. It's that narrow wheelbase and tail dragger business that's responsible for that. Okay, I think I'm good to go. So I'll just for the sake of it, I'll run you through what I'm gonna do rather than explain it as I do it. So to take off, obviously brake off and stick full back, full right aileron, throttle up, dance on the pedals a bit to keep us straight, gradually letting the stick come forward about the same speed as I'm pushing the throttle forward, actually, as the stick coming forward. And then round about 80 miles an hour, I'll rotate, get the gear up, adjust some trim, and set my prop pitch to about 2,700 and make sure my throttle is about 7. Okay, let's go. Brake off. Go and finish off that last.
1968. I love the way you cannot see the runway ahead of you during takeoff.
Yeah. So coming in and taking off, takeoff and landing because of that are a little more dicey. Let's close the canopy. You'll hear this changing sound. Still sounds okay, but I love it with the canopy open. So I'm going to go for this remaining tank or whatever it is down here.
Right, third time, 124.
Yep, copy that, sir.
Astroboy 1968.
Right, I
Flying
was going to fire up an intel run.
Seat of your pants flying.
It would give us an opportunity to test one or two things. Maybe not do the sling loading bit, because I'm still not sure about that. But if you want to tag along and do so, we can either use the Huey again, or we can use the Chinook, which also allows me to test to change a boat for that.
What's the best for you?
Doesn't make a whole heap of difference. I can still talk you through the radio for the Chinook.
Okay, well I'll come in. Well, actually, before I do that, I want to go over to the east. I've got some people on my stream that I want to show. I'm going to go over to the east and hit the BTRs over on the east of the airfield.
Okay, well, so I'm only going to start the intel run. That involves shooting down the MiG-29s first, which won't be an instantaneous thing. So do as you do, and I'll let you know when we're ready to move on to phase 2.
Copy that. I'm just overflying the airfield now, and I'll be on my way to the BTRs in the east.
Okay.
But that's Laxor, and we'll be doing a bit of testing now of some of the code that he's put in for what he was just talking about. An aircraft carrying some intel. You shoot the aircraft down. It is escorted, so you have to deal with the escort and the aircraft. And then you have to retrieve the intel that falls to ground from that aircraft and bring it back to base. And of course it's possible that the enemy will retrieve that. So, you know, you might have a bit of a battle on your hands. Right, in front of me now is a bunch of about 7 BTRs. Hopefully I can line up on a couple of them at a time. watching out for the power lines. I didn't get the second one, and now they're all firing at me. That was over the top, I think. Useless. Most of the time I can get all 7 of these in one sortie. Got a bit of a wobble on.
1968. Guns on modern aircraft spread out like shotgun pattern. These seem different.
Oh yeah, yeah. I've got the A10, and that's a fun aircraft. I mean, because of that gun that it's got. That's a fun aircraft. But yeah, this is like you shoot at the thing and it doesn't spray it all over the place. Hold on, I'm trying to find where of the gun. Will I get both or one? Yeah, I've got both, that's good. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, there's 2 left. Can I finish it with the ammo that I've got? And I've got a bit of a wobble. I think they've hit my prop. I've got a bullet hole in the prop, I think.
1968. I guess the guns in these plans can overheat.
I've never had it yet, but I don't fire them for long enough because you don't got much ammo. Very often they hit my engine on this and I lose control. Lose engine control. Well, there's one left. Have I got enough ammo to deal with him? And has he got firing capability? Yes, he has. And then it's RTB for repair and possibly jump in a Huey or something with Blacksaw, I'm not sure. That's all 7. Yeah, well, you don't get much ammo with these, so you don't hold the trigger for long. So it doesn't really get the chance to overheat the guns, to be honest. When on a Spitfire, you've got about 16 seconds of trigger squeeze before you're out of ammo. But see that wobble? I've got a wobble. I think they've hit my prop with a bullet, made a hole in it. I think I'll probably still go round and come back on 08, which is normally my preferred. No, just in case, I'm going to land on 26. 49 Spitfire, finals 26. Though I am very fast at the moment, can I lose enough speed?
Astroboy 1968. Do you fly night missions? Must be scary in this plane.
No, night missions are a no-no for this, to be honest. I'll be interested to look at my prop to see if I've got a bullet hole in it. Oh! Now that's because I've been talking. I didn't do that minor detail of putting the gear down.
Back in the day they would have flown at night to stop German bombers.
Yeah, they would have. Yeah, but I mean, I'm useless with this at night. I can never see anything. Yeah, so putting the gear down would definitely have made a better landing. So that's because I was too busy talking. I'm terrible when I'm talking. I forget all sorts of stuff. So I'm not sure now what Laxor's going to be up to, or whether I shall join him in a helicopter, and we'll do this retrieval of the intel thing. Which means also, because I didn't put my gear down, because I was too busy talking, I can't see if I had any holes in me
The
prop.
plane has no warning light for gear down.
Yeah, it has lights, but they're not working at the moment because they're busted. Yeah, you've got gear up and down there. I'll quickly jump in. I'll quickly respawn in a spit just to show you that. Right, so if I push my throttle forward, you'll see the gear down light come up. There's a little switch under there, all very mechanical, you see. Little switch down there that when you push it forward, push the stick forward, throttle forward, it push that switch over. But you don't get warnings. I mean, on another aircraft you might get like gear warnings or something about altitude or something, but there are no audible warnings on this aircraft at all. I love it because it is pure flying by the seat of your pants. I love it. I think it's the most beautiful aircraft ever created. Say the jets they just don't do it for me. I've got them, but they just don't do it. F-16, no, A-10 is probably the most interesting jet for me. And of course you've got missiles on there and that lovely gun. So it's a bit of fun, but it still doesn't have the same magic that this has. When I get in here, I almost feel that I can smell like oil and fuel and the leather of that headrest behind me. You know, I feel as though I can almost smell all that. I get a much better feeling from this aircraft than any of the jets. But we also use the radio when we fly, so we're not going to be using Discord or something.
Excuse me. Intercepting the
Okay, hold on.
federal offense, you know.
That sounds like Laxor has hit the appropriate vehicles to cause the intel to fall out of the sky. So he's probably now going to get into a chopper and go out, and we'll go and find it. And it gives a couple of waypoints to start with, and then it gives. I have to be on radio, and Laxor will have to remind me about all that because I don't do it. On radio for directional finding of the item itself, and then we have to bring it back here, provided the enemy don't get it, or provided we don't get attacked. So you know, there's a few things possible going on there. It's built a few things in there. It's really nice. If Laxor's in a chopper, I will ask to jump in. No, he's still an F-16. Oh, Steggy's in as well, but Steggy's not got his radio on. No, I've got the F-16 thinking, oh yeah, that'll be good, but I actually kind of found it a bit boring by comparison to flying a Spitfire, or any of the warbirds really. But I found this F-16, if anything, a little bit boring. By the way, you folks, when we're chatting, let me know when you go.
For waypoints, is there beacon you can receive on your radio, or is it map on your kneeboard?
What happens is it puts an orange circle on the map. You have to go to that circle. I don't know enough about this, but basically you have to go to that circle, be close enough to it for long enough, and then you'll get another circle which you have to do the same. Then on the final circle, I think you get a radio frequency that I then have to tune to, and then we can follow that radio signal to the point where the intel is. And it's like a unit on the ground, a piece of equipment on the ground, that we can then get to and then pick up. And we have to pick up and a team of engineers to take with us. They then go out and retrieve the item and bring it back. You don't see them, of course. This is in a, say, a Huey. They get in, but you don't see them. They're invisible. And then so we have to bring it back. There's a lot of work he puts into it. But he's obviously going to come in, I guess. He's not going to quit in midair. He's going to come in. Let's take a look. Hold on. Oh, crikey. Hang on a minute. I don't normally do this. How do I get back? How do I get back? Help! How do I get rid of this screen? It's not letting me get back to my Spitfire. Because I haven't selected an aircraft, I need to get out. Oh, is it change coalition? That's it, and now I can just go back in again. Oh, no. Perhaps I have to spectate? No. I'm stuck. I can't remember how to get out of this. Because I went to look to see where Laxor was and what he was up to. I mean, if he turns up, I can select his aircraft, but he's still an F-16 at the moment. I want to be in his... he'll probably take a Huey, I'm guessing. Okay, now I can go back. I'll jump in my spit for now so that I've got radio. But I'll also find Lexor, see where he is. He's probably coming back. Or maybe not. By the way, you should also perhaps visit Laxor's channel on Twitch. Laxor he's the one that's creating the mission, and he is on Twitch. He is Laxor Borosilicase, but you'll find him if you search for Laxor, which is Laxxor. Oh, I think Laxor's going for this MiG-29. Oh, he's got it. His missile finally hit it. Steggy's already landed because he was in an F-16 as well. Sorry, he's in an F-16 as well. So I bet he has landed. Maybe he's going to carry on with the mission.
1968. The clouds look good in DCS.
Yeah, they do, and I mean, I haven't got mine set to maximum, but they're okay though, aren't they? So I'm not sure what's going to happen now. I'm waiting really for Laxor. Oh, Steggy's taking off. Oh, he's taking off on the taxiway, which is okay when there's no other aircraft there, I suppose.
Astroboy 1968. The thing in front of the pilot is that the bomb sight.
If you're talking about this, that is my gun sight. And that was a sonic boom. I'll put the gun sight on. So that's my gun sight. Bomb sight is really eyeball, I think, and seat of your pants. Yeah, so it doesn't really have a bomb sight, but I don't know too much about that anyway because I just don't use bombs because I'm bad with them. Although I am getting better. I've been using a Mosquito and had some bombs on that, and I am improving with the bombs on that.
Astroboy 1968. So how do you judge the bomb impact zone?
You open the canopy, wet your finger, stick it outside.
Laxor coming in finals 08.
Copy, Laxor. He's not on 08, he's on 26. Yeah, that's 2.6 Laxor, but that's fine.
Well, same thing really, isn't it? Just backwards.
Nice smooth landing. I'm currently sitting in the spit just for radio, that's all, because I was too busy talking, and in my usual way I did more talking and less putting gear down when I came into land.
Shit.
Astroboy 1968. He put his gear down.
Well, we got a bot,
He
we
did
got a
not do a
signal
belly
thing.
flop like you.
No, that's right, and I don't normally do a belly flop, but I say when I'm talking to people on the
So I
stream,
can jump into
I'm
a
terrible.
Chinook and we can give it a shot.
Sure, okay, you're going to jump into a what? Which one?
The Chinook.
Sorry, say again. Oh, Chinook, sorry, yeah, okay.
Chinook.
Yep. Right, so Lexor's going to jump in the Chinook and I'll join him. Yeah, and having wheels is definitely makes for
Astroboy
smoother landing.
1968. Do the Spitfire have book for arrested landing?
No, not this. I mean, no, it doesn't basically, no. Right, so Lexor's going to be in a Chinook and I'll join him in that. And of course, there's an Huey the other night when we did this.
Astroboy
So
1968.
radio's going to be a new one for me on
I
this.
guess the tail wheel could work. For arrested landing.
Ooh, I wouldn't want to guarantee that because the tail wheel's got a backward slope to it. I think it's not going to grab. If it forward sloped, which of course wouldn't make sense, but if it did have a forward slope to it, then yeah, maybe it could hook onto something, but not the way it is. Okay, now have I got comms? Hold on. Lexor, copy. Maybe he's not got his ears on yet. Lexor internal com check. Although it probably needs to settle down a bit. I mean, some of these aircraft, it does have to settle down a bit.
Astroboy 1968. Low frame rate.
Yeah, oh, it dropped down to 4 then. I'm not quite sure why. I didn't think my system was particularly poor, but occasionally it does drop right down, and it's currently at 18. But sometimes it's to do with loading in. Even getting in a a mosquito, you can see that it's taken a while to load in and settle down. It should improve. Alexa, internal comm check.
Yep.
Copy. I've got a sim shaker.
Now, unfortunately, it's another long
Hold
flight.
on.
I don't know if you I don't know if you want to be in for the entire flight or just the other parts of it. I don't mind.
No, I'm quite happy to just bear with it, whatever it is. It is what it is. It's a mission, and I'm okay to do that.
Okay.
It'll also give me the chance to perhaps pour another beer.
Yeah, there is that.
I'm checking out the Murphys at the moment.
Oh, right, okay.
Frame rate is picking up a little bit. We'll see how it goes. But I didn't think my system was particularly low end, so I don't know why I'm getting low frame rate. Maybe it's I just need to change some settings. I don't know.
Astroboy 1968 is a thing in the UK room 10th here.
It depends on what it is. If it's lager, no, it wants to come out of the fridge. But this, hold on. I don't know if you have this over there, but this is Murphy's. It's basically a stout. I've nearly finished it, but it's a stout. It's a bit like Guinness, but not quite with such a bitter smack to it, maybe. And yeah, room temperature. I don't want a beer that hits the back of my throat and takes it to pieces in ice shards. And of course I drink what I call bitter, which I'm supposed to call real ale now, I suppose, or just ale. And that, once again, that wants to be room temperature. And the one I have for that is something called Proper Job, which comes from down in Cornwall somewhere, and that's a lovely bitter. It's a golden bitter, and it's
Okay, so got a minor complication. I'll have to send you a message on Teams. So when I do the radio thing in the helicopters, I try and randomise it so it's not always the same. You can't predict and all that sort of thing. The QE, as you noticed yesterday, when you're doing the selecting the frequencies, you can step through pretty much. You're working, although it's got quite a range of frequencies that it can address. They're broken up into chunks, and that makes it more manageable if you're searching for a frequency. With the Chinook, it is explicit. So if you want to target a frequency, you type in that frequency. There's no manual tuning, which means then if your radio covers 1 megahertz of frequency, you don't really want to be typing every frequency in by hand every single time for every hertz of frequency you want to check. So I generated 15 random values, which should have been, I don't know why they're not, on the mission briefing. for the mission. If you hit escape and go onto briefing and scroll down, there should be, in the bit where it's talking about the TACANs, the AWACS stuff, it should be listed in there with the frequencies that are suitable for the shack. They're not there, so I will send you the list of the 15 numbers that we will check.
Yep, copy that. Yep, so basically, yeah, this is England. It's room temperature beer unless it's lager.
A Strawboy 1968. I tried Guinness once. Looks like engine oil.
Yeah, a couple of pints of Guinness is a bit like a Sunday lunch as well. It's fairly thick, but I like Guinness. But I'd say this Murphy's is very similar to Guinness, but perhaps less bitter. I'm not saying Guinness is really bitter, but this is a little less bitter. But once we're flying, I might get myself another can, and I can be doing that whilst en route. Okay, Laxo has now sent me the
A
frequencies.
Strawboy 1968. I will look for it in bottle shop and try it.
Yeah, when you say bottle shop, I mean it needs. If you can have Murphy's or Guinness, you want it with a widget in it, so that it comes out as it says on there, draft. It's thick and it's cloudy and it takes a while to settle down. You'll see it later on if I do it. I think they have done Guinness in bottles with a widget that because it uses nitrogen.
Okay, so I
doesn't it?
sent you the list of frequencies. Now they are numbers between 6 and 7 digits long, but we only need the first 4. And if it's a number in the hundreds of thousands, then that first frequency is 131000. So to type that in to when we need it, it would be just 131. So we type it in kilohertz. The other ones would be so the 1.08 megahertz would be 1085 as the next line down.
Okay, I'll try and remember that.
Well, you don't have to do all of them. We could just sort of you do a few and then I do a few.
Yeah, whatever. We'll see.
Right, our marker is to the south somewhere, I believe.
I'm not seeing it.
It is a little bit to the southeast. It's just in the big load of trees. It's actually the World War II area, I think. Which is, fortunately, it's not right on top of the World War.
Yep, sorry, I've just seen it. Sorry, it is quite clear when you're looking at it. It's quite clear. I see it. I see the circle.
So it's going to be an interesting one. It's in the trees. There's also a seaside there. We'll grab that as well, if we remember, because every time we've done it so far, we've forgotten.
A Strawboy
Yeah, copy.
1968. I need to start my day. I will keep an eye out for your stream. Take care.
Okay, Astro Boy, thanks for joining me. Thanks for all the interaction. It's always good to have that, even if I interact too much and forget to put my gear down. It's still good. All right, enjoy your day as much as you can, and I'll catch you hopefully on another time. We tend to fly on Friday night and Saturday night. We tend to start at about midnight and go through to about 2:30, or sometimes a lot later. I went to bed at 6 o'clock last night. Hopefully see you then.
Astroboy 1968. Okay. Bye.
Pilot.
Alright, we're gonna go on a heading of 120 degrees for 20 kilometers.
120 for 20, okay.
Uh,
I think you fell off your key.
so I was going to say we might pick up some gunners, but then I figured it's probably not worth it. Alright, Bob should keep us on course now.
Cover that. So we're on our way down to an orange circle where we will have to be close enough for long enough, and then we will get another orange circle to go to, and then another one until eventually we get a radio beacon that we can tune into to find our target. The target being a piece of intel that's come off an aircraft that we shot down.
This helicopter's a bit faster than the Hugh. We're halfway there already.
Yeah, yeah. Course 114.
There's that little hole in the trees just there, isn't it? On FR12? Or is it the next one?
There is a hole in the trees, and I think you might be on it. It's difficult to say. Keep
No, but I
going.
mean, is it this one that's right in front of us? Or is it there's one a little bit further up?
I would say further.
It's very likely this is going to be in the trees.
Course 095. Nine one. It's going to be at the top of that clearing of those trees. So it's, yeah, so it's the one there. It's right in front of us, or almost sort of 11 or 12 o'clock, and it'll be on the left-hand side, which makes it the north edge. To the right a bit.
So I also need to reduce my altitude.
Copy that.
I'm hoping the trees aren't going to prevent us getting close enough.
Land in the middle, you should be able to creep forward.
Well, it might be okay for this one, but there's a very high chance that the next one is going to be in the tree, in the trees.
All right. To the left a bit. Just breaking into the circle now.
Alright.
Okay, in range.
I think you must have your map on a zoomed out a little.
Okay, maybe.
Okay, we did it. So that was that one. That's the
The other one is in the forest. Course 014.
next to a forest might be workable. I'm worried about if it appears next to a pans.
You're not going the right way at the moment, did you know?
Sorry, you said 014, didn't
Yeah. Zero, 004 now. Zero, 006. Cam. Spot on course now. I just had an immense frame rate drop, but see how it goes. Hold your course now. That course now that you're on, if you can hold that. Left a bit. Yeah, hold that course if you can. Maybe commence reduce speed if possible. So you can hover there.
5, 6, 7,
Got it.
That was right. I'll put it down in the clearing, and then we can look at the radio. What was the message? I didn't see it. Actually, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter because it's fixed frequencies. So don't.
Okay.
So if you look down at your right, you've got an MFD with some buttons around it and a keyboard underneath.
I'm not seeing a. What do you mean a keyboard? I'm seeing two MFDs. One's got a compass on it, by the looks of it. Your 6 vertical, 7 vertical bars.
No, your right knee.
Yeah, right knee shows 7 vertical bars.
Yeah, not in front of your right knee. To the right of your right knee.
Okay, I see. But yeah, I was in my own way, so I can't take the pilot out. Got to look round.
The alternative is if you can probably interact with one on my side if it's easier.
I think I'm good now.
Okay, so we need to go to what's called the flight director page. So if you look across the top of that MFD, you got 5, 6 buttons. One is marked FD.
Yep, got that.
And then down the left-hand side, you've got different ways of navigating. You've got VORS, ILS, TACAN, and ADF. So if you select the ADF option.
Okay, selected ADF.
So at the moment it's set to antenna, and I don't think the tone makes much difference. So we can't manually say just go on this thing. We have to use one of the presets, but the preset doesn't necessarily match the frequency we want to use. So if you want to go into the presets button.
Yep, got it.
And then under the screen there are 4 directional arrows. If you use the down arrow, you'll be able to page down through that list to if you get to number 11.
And select 11.
Not select 11. What you want to do now is, so that list of numbers that I get.
Yeah, you fell off your key.
That list of buttons that the list of numbers that I gave.
Yeah.
Take the first number, or the first line, and on the number pad on the keyboard, type in that number. But because it's a 6-digit number, that means it's in hundreds of thousands. So that's going to be 131. And then on the MFD now, you've got the button next to 11, but on the opposite side of the screen, you've got a vertical list of frequencies. So you've got on line number 11, you've got a frequency. So if you now press the button that's next to the frequency for number 11, it will change to 131.
Got it.
Okay, that hasn't updated. I was able to watch you do everything else, but I haven't seen the 131 appear.
Okay, it has appeared.
Oh, okay. For me, the 131 is still on the entry point. Okay, so with the 131 in there, now if you select 11 on the left-hand side, nothing will happen visually at this point, but it has selected it. And if you click return, it will take you back one screen.
Then the next number. Are we doing now? Enter the next number, 1085.
No, so you could do that, pre-enter them all, but then if you only need the first one, that's a lot of wasted effort. So if we just do them one at a time, if you go back one screen more, it should say number 11 and the frequency that you typed in. So if you hit return one more time, well, not return, but the RTS. So, well, for me, I can see 11 and 125.6. Can you see 131 instead?
I see 131, yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So that means that's on the right frequency. So if you now click the ADF option again, which has got next to the number 11, and if you change the mode from ADF to
Say again, you clipped.
change the ADF mode from ADF to ANT.
Okay, got it.
Okay. Now, if there was a signal, what you would find is that on your left large MFD, there would be an arrow now pointing towards a heading, but there isn't. So that means there isn't a signal on that frequency, so now we use the next frequency in the list. Same process.
That's 1085.
Yeah.
Was that return?
No, so you want to go into the presets to make the changes to the frequencies.
12?
And it keeps on page 11. No, you can overwrite the same one. Right.
Hang on, I don't know what to do.
So type in the frequency that you want to make use of and click the button next to the green values where you want to replace.
Hang on, I've already typed 1085.
Yeah, so you've typed it in, that's the entry. That's like the data entry section. You now need to put that data entry into something, so you use the buttons on the right hand side of the screen for that.
Right hand side.
Yeah, for line number 11, you've got a button next to 11, but you've also got a frequency on the other side of the screen and a button next to that.
So click the button that's next to 268000.
Which is interesting because it should have been 131.
131 is allocated to 11.
Oh, yeah. So you can overwrite. It's fine. Rather than potentially run out of slots, if you just reuse 11 each time.
Yeah, but I'm still at a loss as to what I'm supposed to do. Do I now hit the button to the right of 131?
Yes.
Okay, it's got 1085.
Right. Yeah. So that's now changed that frequency. Now we can hit return, and that will take us back to the previous screen. return again to take us out to the main, and verify that your ADF 11 is now reflective of the new number you typed in.
It's not.
What is it saying, 125 or 131?
It's still showing 131.
Oh, because we didn't select 11 off of the pre. So we changed the value for 11. We didn't then select 11 on the left side of the screen.
Okay, so have I got to select 11 now on the left side?
You need to, on that section that you're looking at, you need to press the button for ADF and then go into presets and now press the button next to 11.
Next to 11 or next to 1085?
Next to 11.
I just did that.
Yeah, that's fine. When you're on the preset screen, selecting it. So the buttons on the left are the selections. The buttons on the right are the update. So when you select when you click the select button, nothing happens on this screen. But if you return back to screen level, your 11 now should represent the new.
That 11 is 1085.
Right, so now we go into ADF. ADF isn't 100%, I wouldn't say it's not 100% working, it's not implemented very well at the moment, so you have to double press some things, or do some steps a couple of times, repeated, to do it to work. So if you click on the ADF button now, and then on the mode, just press it twice to toggle it to ADF and then back to antenna.
Okay, done that.
And then you look across at your HSI, which is the heading ring on your left large MFD, to see if you have an arrow, and if you don't, then you do the next number in there. So if you want to do a couple and I do a couple, or if you want to take a break from it and I'll do the next few, I don't mind.
I'm really doing this parrot fashion. I cannot predict anything that I need to do because I don't understand the system.
Neither do I. I'm just doing it parrot fashion as well. I found the list. I just did following the list.
I'm not even sure what he said on that left MFD where I'm supposed to be looking there.
So you got two rings on the left MFD. One's your artificial horizon and the other one is black.
Yeah.
So the one at the bottom is what's called the HSI, which is your heading gauge. If you want to make more sense of it, there is on the bottom row of buttons, press the second button. Second from the left, that's it. So that might make a little bit more sense now. So you got the map as well as a heading.
Okay.
And the north is marked with the pink around it. The heading at the top of the ring is our current facing heading. And there's other bits, but I'll explain that when it's relevant.
Okay.
Oh, damn it. I have actually forgotten a step because this is only the second time I've been doing this. So, if you click on the middle button at the bottom.
Middle button at the bottom of that MFD. Hopefully.
Yeah. Right, so the button names now will have changed very slightly, but it doesn't matter. You need to press on the right side of the MFD. You want to press the third button from the bottom where it says ADF BRG. Now, what that's doing now is it's taking its heading indication from the ADF signal that we may or may not have But because I forgot to do that for the first two, we now need to go back and do the first two in case it was on one of those.
Okay, but I've totally forgotten the sequence.
That's right. So all we need to do is go into the presets on your current small MFD and type in the frequency that you want.
And that's 131.
Yeah.
Haven't I got oh no, it's alright, alright. How do I get rid of it? I just hit the wrong one.
There's a clear button, which is basically a backspace. It doesn't clear the whole thing.
Oh, right, hold on.
Yeah, CLR is next to the arrow keys, sorry.
Okay, 131 entered.
So that's 131 in the green. Now select 11 on the left side. Oh,
Yeah.
no, we didn't, no. That updated for me. The frequencies didn't. So, we didn't press the green side first.
Oh, I didn't know how to do the green side first. Okay, how do we go back and sort that?
Don't need to do anything to correct. What you've done there is like set a friendly name for entry 11 of 131. I don't actually know where it appears in the helicopter, but on this screen, if you're preloading various entries, then that just gives you one that you don't have to remember it's number 11. You just look for the one that says the name that you're looking for. So if you type in 131 again. Hit the green button for number 11.
That's changed to 131.
Right, now select number 11 on the left.
Selected, no effect. That's what we expect.
Yep, and now return out to left. Make sure that screen is reflective of the frequency you put in.
131 on both sides.
Yep, that's fair enough. So the left side will always say 131 now because we set 131 as a nickname. So I don't quite know how to clear that, but we don't need to worry about it. It's only the frequency on the right side that's going to make a difference. So if we click on number 11, ADF 11, and then toggle the mode twice.
Yep, done that.
Right, so at the moment there is no arrow, I don't think, on your HSI. So now we can go into the preset screen and into the second.
Where will I see that arrow?
It would be a big arrow. It would be basically the diameter of the circle.
Oh, okay, alright. Well, obviously that's not there then. Right, okay, so next. I don't know if you're talking on the wrong button.
Was you hearing what I was saying, or you weren't hearing it?
I wasn't hearing you just then, no.
No, I wasn't speaking. I wasn't sure if you knew what to do, and I didn't want to sort of sit there and just preempt all the time.
No, I won't know what to do.
Presets. Now you've got to type in your number and assign it to the green.
Okay, done that.
Now select the white 11.
Done that. I've done that. Is it a couple of returns now or something?
I keep forgetting to press my damn push to talk, sorry. We're not hearing Dave. I think when we do this and we type in the frequency and we select it, if we're receiving the frequency, we will hear Dave, even if we don't go back, return back the screens. So I would say, type in the next frequency now and assign it to the green and see if we hear anything. And if we don't, do the next frequency and then assign it, rather than sort of going 3 or 4 screens backwards and forwards each time.
A 1769, hold on.
Did you do the 1358?
Yeah, I entered 1358. Did I need to do anything else to get Dave? I think you forgot to key. See them?
What about now? 1, 2, 3.
Got that.
Right. 4th time to try. Enter the number. Enter the frequency.
Well, I
Assign
entered.
to green.
I entered the frequency 1358 on the green. Did I need to do something before entering the next number?
Might have needed to reselect 11. So we're sort of like we've changed the value of it, but we haven't reselected it.
Okay, well I've just clicked on the arrow to the left of 11 and it's changed it to the frequency that I just typed in, the next frequency. Not hearing you.
Receiving?
And now.
Right. Enter number, set the green, select the white. That's like the 3-step sequence.
Okay, I'm going to redo 1358. Hold on.
Okay.
Okay, I've done that, and of course nothing has changed. Go on.
Okay, so 1358 is on the right side,
Yeah,
and then selected 11 on the left.
yeah.
Okay, so if we're not hearing Dave, then now we move on to the next frequency.
1475. Not hearing Dave. Next number.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, on to 1627. Oh, I did the wrong number. Okay, nothing there. Going on to 1429. Going on to 1651. Going on to 427. Going on to 1464.
Alright, pause the sequence after this one.
Okay, so 1361 is the next one. So you're saying do the next one or pause it now?
No. Do 378.
$378? What's that? Where are you getting that from?
Yeah. I thought I'd check to see what the frequency is, and the frequency that is in there is not one on the damn list, so I don't know what the hell's going on there. But if you just type in 378, we should hit Dave.
Oh, okay. Nope.
Okay, now return out 2 layers. Okay, are those 378? Does that say 378.6?
You said 378.
No, does it say 378.6?
Oh no, it says 378.0.
Oh, it says 0.6 for me. Okay, so if you now go into the ADF button and toggle the mode.
Done.
Okay, I'm fed up then, because this is getting stupid. Nothing is...
It has worked, obviously.
Yeah.
Probably just me doing it wrong.
I can have a go from my side. Hang on a second.
Yeah, you do it, because that way we know you're going to get it right.
Well, I won't go that far.
This is probably a really silly question, but it says tone off. Is that correct?
It doesn't seem to make a difference.
When we hear Dave, what do we hear? Is it a tone? Is it a voice or what?
I just... Okay, I'm not hearing anything, but look at your HSI.
Yeah, nothing there.
It hasn't got a line on it.
Like, oh, hang on, you mean like a needle that I hadn't noticed, or that I thought that I hadn't noticed before but has now actually appeared? Is that what you mean? There's a needle that points roughly northeast and southwest. Well, no,
Yeah.
2 o'clock and 8 o'clock.
Yeah, I don't know why we're not hearing Dave. A lot of people probably wouldn't mind. But yeah, that's our ADF signal making that needle appear.
Okay, but
I did when I was doing experimenting on it. It seems you follow the small end of it, not the big end of it.
Okay. That's a bearing of just a bit further round than south.
Eh? No, the small bit, not the large bit. So so on the line there are two circles. They've got a large circle and a small circle. So the one that's closer to north has got a small circle, and that's the one that points the direction.
Oh, I thought you said the other way around. Okay, yeah, alright then. So, yeah, roughly, I don't know, 15, 20 degrees, if that.
Do you want to know the really annoying? Do you want to know the really annoying thing?
Go on.
When we get there, what we're going to do?
Yeah, because we haven't got anyone to pick it up. It's a blue circle.
Well, so the blue circle is our direction of our heading of travel. The number at the top of the ring is our heading that we're facing. So at the moment I'm sort of crabbing right slightly, which is why the heading is at the top and the blue is to the right slightly.
Yeah, so you've got to swing around left a bit, haven't you? Back.
Yeah, so what I'll do is we'll use this to check that we can locate the TACAN beacon, and then when we've actually found it, assuming the needle doesn't swing round to indicate that it's actually behind us, then either you can jump out and I'll do the trek back to pick up the lads and you can rejoin at your leisure, or stay there, it's up to you, I don't mind.
Okay, I'm happy to stick with it.
Not actually seeing anything though.
No. Still in front of us somewhere, but to our right a little bit. No, the other right.
No, it's saying left for me.
Oh, okay. Well, according to this, I think we're going towards it.
If it gets too far and it doesn't appear, then I'm going to turn around. In fact, I'm going to start going around in a loop, because if it's in full in front of us, it will carry on pointing. No, I don't know what I'm saying. I feel like it should be this far away.
No, I've lost the plot anyway, because for some reason I was thinking that the blue circle is the target, but it's not.
No, blue circle is the heading that our vehicle is being propelled in.
I've got to swing around to the left a bit then.
So it should be right off our nose at the moment because we're crabbing slightly. It sort of drifts out a bit. But I don't think it should be this far away. I kind of just want to fly over it just so I can see the needle deflect.
So when it's behind us, the needle with the small circle on it should point down, should spin round to the bottom.
I think so, because when I was doing it earlier on, and I started following the larger circle because it looks like it's got an arrow on it pointing, but the heading wasn't making any sense. When I was following the A, the arrow, it was just constantly going round, which sort of implied to me that I wasn't going in the right direction. So I turned round and I appeared to be facing the direction of where I was.
Hang on, it swung round. It swung right round. We've just gone past it.
Yeah, it's because no, it's because I turned.
Oh, sorry, I wasn't watching what you were doing.
Yeah, so I'm now. Yeah, see, now I'm following the large circle, but it's all over the place. It's constantly shifting. When we were following the small circle, it was more consistent. Hey, Undead, how you doing? Oh, sorry, I've got my key pressed.
Oh, hang on, I'm still a bit baffled as far as I can tell. The needle with the small circle is pointing down to the east. So surely we've got to be flying east.
No, that's what I was saying. I've turned round just to see what happens in case when in my test earlier I was wrong.
All right.
Because wherever it is, as I move around, surely there should be one point of consistency, I would have thought. If I swing round to the left, whichever one is correct would be consistent, the other one would be the opposite, wouldn't it? They're going to draw a point of convergence.
The thing is, it doesn't give you a range, does it? It only gives you a direction. Is that right?
No. Yeah, only a direction. So.
If it's swinging around, that suggests we must be pretty much over it, doesn't it?
No, I'm turning.
so the guts of it at the moment then is that we don't know how far away it is, and we're not dead sure which needle to be following. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, what I was thinking is I was just going to do a Google to say which end of the needle do you follow.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that we can't hear Dave is a little bit worrying, but I was hearing him earlier on.
$12 o'clock. $12 o'clock.
That's it. Thank you. It is a little one. Right, now we can go and get... Now that we've proved it. Negative, that is not it. Not
Oh, what is it then?
unfriend. I wish I'd put guns on.
That's an enemy unit, is it? They might shoot at us. Yeah, they are shooting at us.
the heading of the arrow would appear to indicate an area where it would have fallen.
Of the arrow with the small dot. Oh, sorry, with the, hang on. The heading with what? The small circle or the big circle?
Small. Because it's the only end of the needle that consistently points to the area where the initial marker was.
Okay.
The needle is starting to deflect. I'm going to carry on going in this direction until it's at 90 degrees to us.
Yeah, copy that. I think that would be a steady movement from forward to 90 degrees, but it's wavering a lot.
Yeah, but it is slowly deflecting. I don't think my course has been drifting.
Okay, it is now swinging more round to the left.
We only need to find it within 200 meters. Because we're not going to be able to deploy the troops here anyway, even after we have gone back to pick them up. Oh yeah, undead, we've got to pick them up, just like we never did earlier. So we need to get a vague area, and then when we land and do a disembark, we just tell the troops to walk into the trees, and they will eventually get close enough to it.
If we had troops.
Yeah, but until we know the vague location, then we can't drop them anyway. Or we drop them and then leave them there, and then we fly. And then when we think we're in an area where it is, we tell them to do a following the wrong needle. We tell them to do a recall, and they'll come to our current location rather than trying to... I'm just trying to look down the footwell whilst we're flying.
I think it's unlikely we're going to see it in that lot.
Unlikely, but not impossible, because there are holes. It's just whether or not you can see it in the holes.
That lot somehow, I really can't.
To be honest, I just want to see the needle deflect 180.
Well, yeah. Wouldn't be marking a point where it fell, would it?
No, that's the point that Jeeve marked with smoke.
Oh, okay.
Which I don't really want to get too close to. We need some CAS on it. I mean, the area that we're in is viable for where we were initially. It's going to be in there, isn't it? There's a tank over there. But I think it is very near to that clearing, which would be just a... Although the needle just has gone weird. It's now pointing to the east.
I'd expect that needle to spin quite violently if we flew over it at all.
And now we're coming up to the second G area.
Extraction team, did you see that message?
Yeah, that's when a Dave gets weeded from the system, a capture group comes along and then does a 3 kilometer run, or 3 kilometer run, and then disappears off the map. Also for weeding purposes, but that's just a notification so that they got away. So it added 1 to the MIA count of Dave.
We've been going a long time in this direction. I would have thought that needle should have swung round opposite.
Yeah. Hang on a minute, that's more stuff. We've got Bislin to the southwest. If we use the preset, so if I'm going to go up the list to... Now unfortunately none of the ones that we want have been entered, so... we've got Min Round Body. We know basically where they... mineral body is roughly to 300 degrees. .286 according to them. So if I select mineral body beacon, it should change the needle to point of mineral body, whichever one it points at. There we go. That just gave us a signal.
I didn't hear anything.
You're not hearing beep.
No.
It's not pointing in the right direction, admittedly, but yeah. Well, this might be a bust. Okay, we can, if you want to can it there, it's fair.
Well, I don't actually know what I'm doing at all, so And I'm not really sure what happened. I'll probably fold it fairly soon anyway because it's 3. I didn't get into bed till 6.
Yeah, for whatever reason, nothing seems to be working. Well, with regards to that particular signal.
It's not impossible it's due to the radio operator, i.e. me.
Well, I was operating the radio as well.
Yeah, but I wonder if I sort of broke something beforehand. It's not... It was more complex than the Huey, wasn't it?
Sorry, where are you going on it?
Say again?
Sorry, the helicopter's acting a bit weird, but maybe it's just because I had the collective low.
Oh, right.
Sorry, and I drifted way off.
Okay, so what's your plan at the moment then?
Fly in the direction of Mosdock. I'm just going to have a quick skim in case there was something that I missed in the log file that confirmed that it didn't work as expected. But I don't think I saw any errors earlier on. But I'll just double check anyway.
Yep, okay. Well, we can perhaps have another go next week.
Yeah, maybe if everyone's not bored of it by then.
Well, it's a slow progress thing, isn't it? We'll get there. Hello to people on my stream. I'm sorry this has been not exactly wild and exciting. We're testing something out. It's a new feature that Lecture's building into the mission, and there's things that need to be ironed out, I guess. But it's not a simple thing, and it's not behaving as he expected it to at the moment. I'm thinking that I will probably fold very soon, unless anyone desperately wants me to jump in my spit and do a couple of circuits. So if anyone wants me to jump in the spit and have a little fly, a brief fly before I fold, let me know in the chat.
For all accounts, the signal definitely was created. We should be hearing it.
So what is it, like a beep signal?
No, it should be Dave.
Dave actually talking?
Yeah. And I was hearing it earlier on. As in, when I was doing tests earlier this evening.
Yeah, well, maybe a restart at some point. Start it off again from scratch. We'll sort it. So I take it you're on your way back to Mozdok at the moment.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, well if you plan to land there, I'll hang on until there. A bit of a struggle against the white noise of the engine, but apart from that, I'll wait until you get back before I hop out.
Roger.
We're just passing over Mozdok at the moment, and then we'll be on our way to the airfield, which is that area there. So there's Mozdok Airfield.
The only thing I hate about the Chinook, other than the fact it appears to have wasted 3 hours, is the throttle lag. It's terrible.
I didn't realise there was throttle lag particularly, so perhaps that's why I struggle with them.
Yeah, so you try to make a fine adjustment, nothing, and all of us, you go, so now the Prius landed.
Oh, it looks right to me. Okay, well I think I'll hop out now. So I didn't turn in till about 6 this morning. So, and then I was up by 10, or at least awake by 10, up by half 10, drifting. So I need to probably turn in anyway, and we'll be in contact anyway during the week, but we'll fly next weekend, yeah?
Yep, that sounds good. Sorry if you didn't catch that.
Yep, okay, alright, well take care, and although it didn't do all the stuff you wanted it to do, it's still a functional evening, okay? Frustrating for you maybe, but still functional.
Yeah.
Okay, night, TTFN.
And you take care.
Right, for anyone that's still there, anyone that's still on my stream, thanks for being there. Always good if you can interact in some way, but if not, that's fair enough. And we'll be flying again next weekend, probably as from about somewhere before midnight on Friday through till about 2:30, and similar on Saturday. So thanks for being here, everybody, take care, and hopefully catch you then. TTFN.